save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and welcome to my channel. And yes, I'm not wearing my black or red or whatever. This is my I've been sleeping all damn day and listening to stuff on my YouTube iPod. Okay, so usually what I do is when I go to bed at night or I take a nap or whatever it is, I put on my iPod and yes, I still have an iPod. Okay, and as a matter of fact, it's not even an iPod anymore. My iPod actually blew up because I didn't know this is a thing, that if you leave your iPod plugged in like for like 12, 16 hours or whatever it is, and you just keep continuously playing it, I guess the battery heats up, expands, and blows the back right off of your iPod. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. So now I'm onto my old phone. Okay, so my old phone is not turned on, but because it has Wi-Fi capability, I have that turned on. I'm able to listen to my stuff on my old phone. That's a thing. I guess until that blows up. So I got some videos. I watched some movies. And I want to do some reviews. But I'm going to tell you what the deal is with this, okay? I want to talk to you about dreams and things that we search on YouTube when we're going through things and stuff like that. Listen, I want you to communicate with me, okay? I'm looking for some answers that I don't know if I'm getting necessarily from the YouTube and from these different spiritual things that I'm looking for on YouTube. So the first thing I'm struggling with people, okay? People. Narcissistic people that tell you that they love you and care about you and all stuff like that, and you're friends with family, with this, with that, and they treat you like garbage. Okay, they lie to you, but then they believe their lies. Listen, I did a whole video about it. You guys probably seen the video, but I felt very funny today. I felt extremely funny today because so what I did is I searched why does God put narcissistic people in my life? Now, if you search this, you'll come up with these cool thing where it literally looks like a nice little guy, I think, in the front. I think this is the image of the thumbnail. Nice little guy in the front with like all these like almost like mummy demon creatures behind him. And I think the title of the video is why does God put narcissistic people in your life? And so I listened to it three times today. 'Cause I was trying to put it all together. And he's like, God puts narcissistic people in your life to test you, because these are the evil people, okay? And he just wants to see what you're going to do with all of these evil people. And I'm like, okay, are you going to retaliate, or are you going to fire back with love? Are you going to forgive? Are you going? Listen, God be looking for all this stuff, okay? Looking for all this stuff that He wants you to do, and if you do the right thing, I guess you make it into this long and skinny path into heaven. And then if you do the wrong thing, there's this big fat path that takes you right to hell. Okay, that biblically, this is I'm going a little biblically on you today, because biblically, if you read your Bible, that's in the Bible. Okay, the road to heaven is short. I believe it's long and narrow, and the way to hell is fat and wide, and plenty of people just falling right down it. They go, woo, there they go. There's another one. There's another one of those people that you used to know. And like all of these narcissistic evil people, that's where they're going. Okay, they're all going there. Okay, to live. Listen, but the deal is this. I asked this question because it led me up to another question. Okay, so and both of the questions kind of answered my question. So I'm glad that I'm searching for these things and they're answering my questions, but it still ain't helping me here on planet Earth. Okay, it's giving me a little bit of anxiety here on planet Earth, because the second question I asked is why is it that good people are poor? Well, like why don't I have no damn money? Why is this channel not thriving? And like all these other like YouTubers that don't do a quarter of what I do, I'm making millions and billions and billions of dollars, okay? I'm making dollars I can't even... Listen, I have never in my entire life ever held $1 million. Matter of fact, in my entire life, I've never held over $10,000 cash in my hands, okay? I like that. before I die, but I guess that's not the thing, because I am I am a good person, okay? According to these things, if you search up why good people poor here on Earth or whatever, there's a YouTube episode for that too. And the story is that if I was to become rich, my focus would not be on going to heaven. My focus would be on the money, on buying things and going places and doing things. It's all about keeping your focus on going to heaven. Okay, and listen, I've been going to Christian churches for a long time now. I think we're up to over 20, 30. I go on Wednesday night because I can't get my lazy butt out of bed on a Sunday morning. Plus, the church that my wife goes to, I don't like. I don't. It's the same story every single week. It's almost like the pastor over there has no more stories. Okay, he's run out. He's recycling. I'm watching reruns of sermons. Okay, sermon reruns. He's run out of stuff. He's gonna tell you a story about how like Jesus told all of his disciples, listen, you guys just relax. Listen, we're going into a storm. We're going into a storm, and what you need to do is you need to relax. But no, so Jesus goes downstairs. I'm gonna tell you a story. Why not? Hey, I'll tell you the story. So Jesus goes downstairs into the bottom of the boat, and he goes and takes a nap. That's me. Okay, that's me all day long. It's like me. It's like, listen, things be going to hell. Okay, things be going to crap. Okay, we in the midst of a storm. I'm going to take a nap. Okay, because there's nothing you can do about it. You can stay. You can be like the disciples. Okay, so what happens is the disciples are upstairs. Okay, and they're on the top of the boat, and the wind's hitting and the rain's hitting, and they're hanging on to the things with the sails and everything, and a couple of them hanging on to the sails, a couple of them hanging off the back of the boat, and they yelling and screaming and everything. And Jesus is in the bottom of the boat taking a nap. He's like, oh, these silly people. Look at them all go crazy up there. I told them to just relax. If they would have just listened to me, then they'd be perfectly fine. So when I look up, why am I poor? Okay, why am I poor? And these narcissistic, evil, rotten, no good, dirty people are all rich and everything, and all these like famous content creators and actors and all these people that I kind of like look up to. I'm like, oh man, I wish I could be that person. I wish I didn't have to worry about things. And I told my wife, I said, it's funny because we go. I don't know about you. Comment below. Listen, we go to a restaurant, right? And this happens like very rarely, okay? But if we go to a restaurant and they are offering like food, and then they offer you a drink, what's the first thing that pops into your head when that drink hits the table? Come on. Is the refills free? Are the refills free? Is the first question. I have been at tables before at like Chinese restaurants, but Chinese buffets or whatever, because sometimes that's how they get you at the buffet. You go to a Chinese buffet and that's how they get you. The meal is a certain price. Okay, you're gonna pay $12 for the meal. You can load that thing up 50 times. But the trick is the drinks are not. The drinks are not free refills. You got to pay for the drinks. So throughout my years, I have told my children, drink slow, order water. Stuff like that because listen, Chinese food makes you thirsty. Okay, it's full of that GMC and NNC and GLA and all those chemicals that are gonna kill you. So it's full of all that stuff, and it makes you thirsty. A lot of salt in there too. A lot of salt. So you want to drink, and throughout the years we have trained ourselves to take a sip. We take a little sip because we don't know whether or not they're gonna hit us with that bill. I have had times where I'm like, oh, it's a buffet. When I was newer to the buffet industry, I'm like, it's a buffet, so the drink's gonna be included. It's a buffet. It's free refills, so it should be free refills on a drink. No. The drink's like $4 a piece, and then you get the bill, and you're like, whoa, this was like $12. That's $24 plus tax. Why is it that I just got a bill for $100 something? Oh, you had like 4 or 5 drinks. I'm like, oh, your wife had 3 drinks. Oh, thank you for not telling me this. Thank you for not. So now we Google things before we sit at the restaurant. And my son he's like the master of it. He's like he'll text me sometimes. Sometimes he'll go to restaurants without me, and he'll text me, "Hey, Dad, I just went to the local whatever this restaurant, whatever. They got free drinks. Just so you know, Dad, over here, you gotta pay for your drinks." Hey, listen, this is a worry in our lives that I think is an unnecessary worry. Like, we gotta worry about our drinks, okay? But according to these biblical YouTube things, or whatever, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that I'm poor, because that means I'm getting right, because I am struggling through life here on earth. Okay. I am gonna get like a free pass, like up until when I go to heaven. It's gonna be like Disney World. Those people when they're waiting in line. There's like a line like 400 miles back, and you see these people that walk by and they're like, I got the golden ticket. You've been waiting 4 hours and the park's about to close. That kind of. Listen, I've never been to Disney World in my life. Okay, that goes to show me that I am going to heaven. Okay, because the deal is that I've never been to Disney World. I've never been to hardly any amusement parks. I've never done hardly anything in this like living. Okay, because I can't never afford anything. So I'm assuming. I'm gonna make the assumption. I have a little bit of headache going on right here. So maybe God's like, oh, this is not whatever you're telling them is not a good thing. But I guess it is a good thing. I guess maybe he's right. Maybe if I was rich, maybe I wouldn't be so like thankful for stuff. Okay, I'll tell you right now. I miss selling things. If you've been watching my channel for a while, like because I've been out of work and I'm kind of hustling, I'm dressing up like Santa Claus and making kids smile and laugh. And listen, I had a little girl the other day hated Santa Claus. I dress up like Santa Claus, but they don't hate me. You know what I mean? It's like me as Santa Claus. I'm funny enough to pull it off where normal children would yell and scream, and I make it so personable. Okay, where I know their names and I know how old they are, and I know stories about them. I usually ask my daughter before she starts the photo shoot, how old is this little girl or little boy? You know what their name is. You know how. You know, and if she doesn't know the name, then I start with the age. Listen, because of being a preschool teacher, knowing how to deal with children, I have figured out how to crack the Santa Claus code. You know those millions of pictures of kids screaming at the top of their lungs when they're being handed over to Santa for those Santa Claus pictures in the mall. It's because when Santa Claus is in a mall, they don't care. Listen, they're there to make money. They're there to do a 9 to 5, and they're tired. They don't care about your kid and how making your kid have joy. When I take a photograph, do a photograph shoot with my daughter, it's like an hour-long shoot. So I interact with the children. I laugh with the children. I got a voice. How you doing there, little boy? This is Santa Claus. I got this whole thing, and I stay in character the complete time. It's like a whole experience. So my daughter's been getting messages after messages. My daughter was a Santa hater, but your Santa was amazing. Oh, your Santa what a great job you did, and your Santa was great. Listen, that makes me feel really good, but it's really sad that, I was a preschool teacher for 14 years, and now I got to put a mask on. I got to dress up like Santa Claus in order to bring joy into children's lives when I was doing that originally. But the fact is that the rich people, they're going to hell, and I'm doing the right thing, and I'm going to heaven. But that's okay. Listen. I gotta look forward to it, because when I go there, I promise you, this is what I'm getting from these YouTube playing things here. Okay, when I look up why does God put narcissists in my life? Oh, he's put narcissists in your life because he's testing you. He wants you to put your focus on him. The more struggle you go through, the more you look towards him. Okay, why am I poor? Oh, listen, if you were rich, you wouldn't be looking toward. It's probably true, because I'll tell you right now, I do wake up during the day and I'm like, God, please. I'm struggling here. Can you do me a favor and give me a solid? Can you help me out with some? I bought a ukulele, okay, for preschool. When I was teaching preschool, I was going to learn how to play ukulele. I thought it would be more. I add the extra bonus of something. Like, I got a guitar, but I wanted to add like an extra bonus of something to give the kids a little extra. I was good like that. I was looking for magic tricks or looking for musical things or whatever to add that little extra so the children would be intrigued. You know what I mean? So I bought a ukulele, but I could never master it. I couldn't master the thing. So it was sitting on the side of the bed for the longest time. And me and my wife were like, we're broke. Okay, it's Christmas time and we're broke and we're struggling and this sucks. Okay, we got no food. Okay, we got no money. We're living like day to day, paycheck by paycheck. I'm hustling and trying to get a dollar here, a dollar there. I'm selling ukuleles for $30. You know what I mean? It's like, so the thing is, my wife puts it up on Marketplace, ukulele. All right, okay, and she puts the price on the thing. And the guy didn't try to talk me down, so I was just good, because it seems like I've been getting a lot of that. But I have a collectible Transformers, original Transformers. I put those up on Marketplace, and my wife messaged me today. She's like, "Oh, some guy wants to buy your Jazz Transformer, brand new mint in box, 2000 whatever 2 or whatever, a 2001 version, mint in box, never opened, collector's commemorative condition or what." He wants to buy it off you for $35. I'm like, no. Listen. I'm not a crackhead. Okay, I'm not having this thing. So I ain't that desperate. Okay, this thing's worth $80 on eBay, if not more, and they're selling for eight. That's the one thing. I go on eBay and I check to see what they're selling for. I know what they're worth: $80 to $89. Lower. Some people are taking them for like $50. So $35 is way out of the question. You try to sell. You try to buy these things off. You think I'm a crackhead and I need your money that bad that I'm gonna sell off my things that I know are worth something so you can go flip them on eBay for twice as much, if not 3 times as much. Probably about 3 times as much what they were gonna. I mean, they would pay $35, but they'd probably sell them for like $90. And I'm like, hell no. So my wife said, forget it. I said I'm gonna talk to my Meta AI on my phone and find out what the. So eBay takes 8%, and PayPal takes 4%, and you have to pay shipping and tax. And I tried to figure. Even if I put on eBay, I still would have made more money. So I was like, take that thing off. I'll put it on eBay. I'm gonna take that chance. I'm gonna ship that thing out if it sells. Because I ain't taking no $35 crackhead price, okay? We are not that desperate yet. But the thing is that this is like my day. You know, I'm like laying here and I'm like, why did God put narcissistic people in my life? And why is God keeping me poor? Why is he keeping me? Because I guess poor people are humble people. Poor people have to direct their attention to the higher being because they're like, please, I'm tired. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of every day being the same damn thing. I'm tired of, I'm trying to make things better. I'm mentally not doing good and I can't go do certain jobs because they're going to mess me up. I don't trust nobody anymore because I've been dealing with lunatics my entire life. And now I'm trying to make things better. Okay, okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep you poor. We're gonna keep you struggling. We're gonna keep you like under the microscope. But don't worry about it because when you get up here, you're gonna get WIC. You're gonna get government cheese. You're gonna get the welfare. You're gonna get the golden ticket. You're gonna be the first on the heaven ride in heaven, not Disney World, because I know nothing Disney is gonna be up in heaven. Not a dang thing. There ain't gonna be no Disney World up in heaven. That's why all you people today at the Magic Kingdom, it's the Magic Kingdom. Listen. Disney World be a substitute for heaven. Okay, that's what it is. It's a substitute heaven on earth. A lot of people be like, I'm going to all those commercials, the football players. I'm going to Disney. No, you going to hell. Okay, that's where you go because Disney is like a fake fictional world that is not based in reality. Okay, and if you haven't seen lately what they're doing to our beloved TV shows, Star Wars, and everything that we used to love when we were a kid, they're changing everything. They're making everything. It's all about the cha-ching. Take a walk down the Target aisle or the Walmart aisle. Go look at the toys. Go look at the toys. It's all Disney stuff. Okay, take a walk. It's all about the money. Everything about the money. Okay, childcare about the money. People about the money. Everything money. Listen. I am about the money, but I'm about the money because I'm like, I need to eat. I need to survive. My wife goes, my mother offered to buy us some food tonight. And, can you make me a list of what we should get? And, my response was, I'm thankful for anything. Okay. You're talking to a man who spent a lot of years eating from the trash. Okay, if you are not home, I dig through the trash. Still to this day, if you are not home, okay, I am in the bottom of the refrigerator finding that one loose cheese stick that fell behind everything, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord. It's a ripping cheese from. I don't even care. I don't even care what the date is. It's still soft. I can still bend it a little bit. It's perfectly good. I'm gonna eat it. Thank you, Lord. That's how I'm at, and I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. I guess we're supposed to be grateful and thankful for everything that we have. And if you have too much, you're not thankful anymore. That's the deal. So I'm very thankful that I am broke and I am struggling and probably gonna be broke and struggling until the day I drop dead. Because I obviously have I tell you, I got the golden ticket. I got the free pass. I'm going to make it. Listen, if you ever saw The End, the movie The End, where they sucking people up into heaven, like, poof, it's the rapture, and they all get sucked up into heaven. I'm going to be one of those guys. I get sucked up in there because I should struggle and poor forever. You know what I mean? And listen, I know you guys like, well, you have all this stuff. You do these videos on all these things or whatever. So you're not poor. No. Listen, I have things, but are they filling my heart? Are they making me not worry? Are they making me? Is it good for me? Is it good? What I'm starting to realize, is it good for me? I had this guy the other day recommend that I start doing like a streaming channel thing on Tuesdays or whatever, and I decided to go with the free channel, the Tubi Tuesday. So now I call it Tubi Tuesday, and you guys watch Tubi Tuesday. And I watch stuff like on a Monday, and then I review it, and then I'm getting bells left. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. I'm getting bells left and right. So I must be on the right path here. So he sent me this message like, oh, check out the streaming channels, and then you could watch something and recommend it, and it would be absolutely free because you're spending too much money on stuff. And I agree. You're right. Listen, a lot of my viewers, they care enough about me. This thing gonna drive me nuts. I have messages over here. They care enough about me that they're like, you know what? You have a problem. Listen, I have a spending addiction. Okay, but I'll tell you right now, my addiction has stopped because I got no money to be spending the money, the stuff, the buying stuff. I'm dry. Okay, and we're living like paycheck to paycheck. Like the bills are piling up, and I'm like trying to pay them, and I don't want to break my wife's spirit because she's working very hard, and I'm selling things and trying to get DJ gigs and dressing up like Santa Claus for $50 a shot. And I just applied for this thing to do a freelance it's actually a freelance, what are they calling it? Because I went to school for graphic design. So and all of my thumbnails, all the thumbnails you guys see right before you click on these things and watch these videos, I create those. Okay, it doesn't just stop at just like recording a video, editing a video, publishing the video. I make the thumbnails too, and my thumbnails have to be precise. Okay, they have to. I get a vision in my head while I'm telling my stories. I watch as I'm editing. The thought of the thumbnail comes through my head. I'm like, this is what I want to see the thumbnail look like. It's gonna be me doing this. Like there was one where the guy wanted me to watch subtitles. Okay, he's like, well, you need to watch this movie with the subtitles because the subtitles mean more or whatever. And I tried to watch it and I failed. It was an epic fail. Couldn't make it through the subtitles. So in my head, I'm like, oh, you know what? The thumbnail for that should be me running through, because it was the train to Boudin or whatever it was. I'm like, the thumbnail for that should be me running through a train being chased by the word subtitles. That's what came through my head. I'm like, listen, subtitles scare me. I'm afraid to read. So the cover of my thumbnail should be me running away from thumbnails. That's what I created. And I even sent it to ChatGPT, and I'm like, what do you think of this? And that's when they recommended, like, listen, you should apply for, there's freelance thumbnail creators. You should apply for these jobs. So I saw it. I made a little portfolio. I went back to all my YouTube channels and I screenshot each one, and I boxed them all up, and I put them in high definition. I made a little portfolio of them, and I sent them over to a couple of companies, because I guess there's people that like sell real estate and do things like that actually are looking for people to make like flyers and stuff, or stuff that goes in magazines, or stuff that goes on their webpage, or whatever it might is. And I was like, listen, I can't sleep at night. Okay, I am up all night long. And then I'm like up most of the day, and then I'm like off and on, and I'm struggling through things, and I'm like, all right, well, if I can get a job doing freelance, like somebody sends me like, oh, I'm selling a house over here, and I want you to put something in the background, or put the name of the company on the side, or do this or do that, whatever. I can do that. I know, and I'll enjoy doing that. That's how I'm just thinking that the remainder of my life. Okay, this is from listening to the YouTube stuff. This is what I'm taking from this. Okay, hear me out. I'm going to die poor and humble and probably miserable. But when I go, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, because I have struggled and tried my entire life to try to make people happy. I am a people pleaser. I've been trying to make people laugh and trying to, for years, 14 years, I worked in a mill, and I did what I call sit down. Okay, I sat down at the desk, and people would come in, and I made them laugh for hours and hours. Just tell them stories about my childhood. Just tell them about the miserable things of how my father would only air condition half of the house, and how my father would beat the crap out of his own stuff when he was mad at me. Like he stopped and destroyed his guitar one time because I asked him for $5, and he's like, "Look what you made me do." I'm like, "Oh, I did ask for $5." He's like, "Yeah, but now I destroyed my guitar. Look what you made me do." I'm like, "I didn't make you." In my head, I'm like, I didn't say this out loud because he was already on a rampage smashing stuff. I'm like, I don't want to smash me, and he's like, "Look what you made me do." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I didn't make you do nothing. Okay, your crazy ass just stopped and smashed your guitar because I asked you for $5, and I guess maybe you felt guilty because you just got done scratching all your money away, and you were broke because you got a gambling addiction, and now you're mad at me, and you had to go stop on your guitar. You're gonna look at me and blame me, narcissist boy. You're gonna blame me and tell me that look what you made me do. Did the same thing with his money one time. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, I tell all these stories, okay, and they're all true. They're all absolutely true. And my mother likes to watch this channel every once in a while, even though I advise her not to. There's usually a thing in my description that says, "Family, do not watch this," because I don't want to trigger my mother. And my mother like, "Oh no, that." Either she's like, "Oh, that didn't happen," or she's like, "Yep, that happened." You know what I mean? It's like it's either one or two. It didn't happen. I think it's her in total denial, but that's okay. You know, hey, listen, if she wants to, let's live the rest of her life in total denial. You live your life in total denial. But I do remember very clearly my father doing what I think was the rendition of Lord of the Dance. on his acoustic guitar that he loved, and then saying, "Look what you made me do," because I asked him for $5. And then there was another occasion where I asked him for $10 for a Ozzy Osbourne cassette tape, and the man took his entire paycheck that he just got. He had $350 in his hand. Remember, I'll never forget, $350 in his hand. And he started flipping out. He's like, you want my money? Ripping it all up into little pieces and threw it at me. He's like, take all my money. Look what you made me do. And I'm like, and they look at me and my mother like, I'll tape all that up. And I'm like, and I look, and you know what the response to all of that was? And I'll tell you right now, the response to my father standing in front of me, yelling, screaming at me. I asked for $10 because I wanted to buy an Ozzy Osbourne cassette tape because all my friends had it. Okay, all my friends had No Rest for the Wicked. I wanted No Rest for the Wicked, and I asked him, and he ripped up all his money and threw it at me, and then he told me and my mother to tape it all up. And I don't know what the normal reaction to a normal human being would be, but my normal reaction to this, and the reaction of my mother was, where's the tape? do we have tape? We better find some tape. It wasn't like, what the hell just happened? Why is this guy just pulling nutty on us? Why did he just rip up his entire paycheck? That was not the reaction we had. We did not look at each other and be like, this is not normal. We looked at each other like, this is normal. This is a normal everyday thing. So when I go see the therapist, okay, and the therapist says, oh, you have CPTSD because you have had a lifetime of neglect and a lifetime of trauma. And I go tell my mother, I'm like, I was diagnosed with CPTSD and anxiety because I had a lifetime of neglect and a lifetime of trauma. She's like, her response to that was, you had a good Christmas. You always had a good Christmas. You always had a good Christmas. Okay, what is it? 365 days in a year, and our 364 were crap, and then I had Christmas. You always had a good Christmas. And the funny thing is that I didn't even get like a good Christmas or a good birthday because my birthday and Christmas are the same damn day. So it wasn't like you had a good birthday and a good Christmas because we don't celebrate your birthday because it's Christmas. You ain't got no cake, you ain't get no party, you can't have no friends over because Christmas is your birthday. So we're gonna just celebrate it like it's any other day, and we're not even gonna acknowledge that it was your birthday. Every once in a while, they would give me a gift the night before. I got one gift. They're like, you're allowed to open up something the night before, but it was a gift that they were gonna give me on Christmas Day, and then they're like, I'm gonna give you this gift the night before. I think they got away cheap. Okay, I think they got away easy, and the fact that that's the answer to all the shit that I've been through my entire life, my father going ape crap on me and ripping up his money and smashing his guitars and throwing remote controls at me and throwing soda bottles at me and calling me name after name after. He's called me so many damn names. If I had to make a list, I could probably make a book. Okay, a big thick book. It'd be like a novel of the different names that. If I said them right now, you guys would look at me like I don't even understand what that means. Some of these, to this day, I'm still trying to. I look back at the things that he used to. How about this one? Your eyes are bigger than your ass. This was his response to if I asked him for food at McDonald's. Okay, if I asked him for food at McDonald's, I'm like, because my father would always go to get fish sandwiches, and I'm like, hey Dad, can I get a fish sandwich too? And he'd be like, no, I don't even like fish sandwiches. I was just hungry. I want something. I'm like, can I get a cheeseburger then? No. I'm like, well, can I get some chicken? How about chicken nuggets? All children love chicken nuggets. Can I have some chicken? No, because your eyes are bigger than your ass. I'm gonna buy you this stuff, and you're not gonna be able to eat it. I'd like to try. You're up there eating, and he would do this. And this is no word of a lie. He would buy literally 3 or 4 fish fillet sandwiches, or 3 or 4 cheeseburgers, or 3 or 4 for himself. And me and my brother would be in the back seat of the car, and he eating them while he's driving. And he's throwing the wrappers back at us. And if you remember back in the day, the wrappers for the fish fillet, and this is where I know that there was no lie, and I'm not telling you no lies. The wrappers for the fish fillet were blue. Okay, I specifically remember because the color blue was hitting me in the head. Okay, and he would literally eat these things and be like, and I'm like, Dad, but I'm hungry. He's like, your eyes are bigger than your ass. Is that even a thing? Okay, I think that these are sayings that my father said to me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Your eyes are bigger than your ass. I don't understand that. What does that mean? I think what he was trying to tell me is that I see things, and I don't know if it was I think it was I think there's a saying like your eyes are like something is bigger than your stomach, or your head is there's some other saying that he would just he would mishmash these things up, and I would live with them. And then as an adult, I found myself saying the same things to my kids sometimes. We walking through the aisle, my kids be like, "Hey, can we get some of that Fruity Pebble cereals?" And I'm like, "No, you can't get Fruity Pebble cereals because your eyes are bigger than your ass. You don't need no Fruity Pebble cereal." Yeah, this was a thing. So listen, if you're a little depressed and feel a little bit down and feel a little bit confused, okay, YouTube some stuff. Type in what you like. Why are people surrounding me with narcissistic people? Why have I been blessed by God to have all of these mean, rotten, lying, no good, selfish human beings that try to put the blame on me and call me, say I'm the problem. That's you. You're the problem. It's you. Yeah, I'm the problem. When really they are the problem. The reason why is because I'm supposed to forgive them. And I'm supposed to be like, okay, move on with my life or whatever. But why do you keep giving me... Listen, I must be extra special. Okay? Maybe I am like one of those like after the Bible people. You know, like I know they stopped writing stuff after Revelations, but maybe there should be like a part 2. Maybe it should be Bible part 2, and I should be part of it. Because maybe I'm like some kind of prophet or something. Maybe I'm walking the earth and I'm like Job. I'm like struggling. The house is falling down on me, and like I'm losing. My kids are all a mess and they're all over the place. But later on, I'm going to get a better house. I'm going to get a better kids. I'm going to get a better this. I'm going to get a better that. Listen, I don't know what's going on right now. All I know is, I'm going to be honest with you, I am thankful. He might be right. He might be right, because I am thankful for every damn thing. I'll tell you right now, when the old man showed up today to buy my ukulele or whatever, and I took the money and I counted it because I don't trust nobody. And this is a little old man. He probably got 5 more years left of his life. And I'm picturing this little old man sitting on his porch right now, maybe with old Basset Hound. He's got an old Basset Hound named Billy the Basset Hound, sitting underneath the rocket chair. He rocking away, and he playing that Deliverance movie there. He's sitting on his porch there because he got 5 years left of his life. He's learned how to play the ukulele, because I just blessed him with a ukulele for a low price of half of what I paid for it, because I'm struggling and I need to pay the electric bill or the gas bill, or I ain't gonna be making no videos for you people because I can't afford to pay the bills. On top of that, yeah, I've never been to Disney World. I've never been to Epcot Center, or I've never been to, listen, I never even left the country. I've never been on a plane before my entire life. I've never been on a plane. I visited like a couple of cities. I've never been anywhere. Even on our honeymoon, me and my wife got married. We took my daughter to Sesame Place. Okay, my daughter was born. Yes, we did it the wrong way. It's probably why God's like, you know what, you did it the wrong way. You had a kid and you did it the wrong way. And He's like, now you're gonna struggle a little bit. Listen, we took my daughter to Sesame Place. It was like 100 and something degrees. All we could afford was a campsite. And it was like 100 and something degrees. It was so damn hot. It was ridiculous. My daughter was dehydrated and sweating. My wife was dehydrated and sweating. I was miserable and sweating. It was a miserable honeymoon. I couldn't even have a happy honeymoon. I had a miserable honeymoon. She had a miserable honeymoon. We finally ended up splurging for a real low budget hotel room. And literally, I'm not even telling. I kid you not. You comment below my wife. I'm gonna have my wife respond to these comments. I'm gonna say, listen, read these comments and respond so they know that this is true. We rented a hotel room that was literally the image on the outside was a rocket. It was called a Rocket Hotel Room. It was in New Jersey, and it's called the Rocket Hotel. And I swear that the rocket used to be a penis. Okay, it was literally had the big thing, and then the 2 little side rockets, or whatever. If you painted this thing all skin color, okay, you would have a giant penis. Okay, but on top of that, we go in and we tell the guy, hey, we need a room for the night. Cages on the thing, like you cannot like actually talk to a real person. This was not the Ritz-Carlton. This was not Paris Hilton's father's house. Okay, this was a little rinky-dink drug place and prostitution place in New Jersey. And literally we went there and we're like just happy because it has air conditioning. We went in, and as soon as we walked through the door, there was stuff carved into the wall. And it was literally like racial slurs, like really bad stuff, like die, you know, and SWAT stickers. And I mean, it was like, and I opened up the door. I'm like, well, and I was just so happy to have air conditioning. I'm like, oh, well, I guess the decor, we could deal with the stuff, you know, people's names carved into it was paneling. It was that wood paneling, you know, it's not real wood. It's like, just like paneling. I'm like, I could deal with this. No problem. So my wife walks into the bathroom and we look into the shower. Okay, we just got married. Okay, we got a baby, but we just got married. You know, we got the baby there with us. Nobody baby. We know we don't have people in our life that we could have gave the baby. Okay, we don't trust nobody, and people in our life kind of suck. Besides my mother-in-law, who's like always there for us. Much appreciation. I know she watches this. all the time. We appreciate you, really. Honestly, if it wasn't for you, we'd probably be dead. Okay, I'm telling you, probably a couple of days already, we would have been dead. That's okay. Listen. But I don't want you to think I'm not taking good care of your daughter. I'm trying my very best. Okay, you know as well as I do that people have pushed me over the edge, and I'm about to break. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm Limp Bizkitting it. So we go into this place, and then my wife goes into the bathroom. She's like, "Oh, I'm so hot. I've been sweating in this tent or whatever. I can't wait to go take a shower." We go into the shower, and on the ground, instead of having like those non-slip mats that they have on the ground of a shower, it was a towel ripped in half. It was on the floor. And then the other half of the towel was hanging on the wall. So it was like, here's the part that you can use to dry yourself off, and here's the part so you don't slip and fall. And I still was fine with that. I'm like, it's got air conditioning. I don't care. So we walk into the other room, and I pull the sheets back from the blanket, put the newborn baby on the bed. We got the baby on the bed, and I pull the sheets back on the blanket, and there's blood underneath the top comforter. There's blood on the thing, like somebody just had their whatever. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was some kind of murder. I don't know if this was a crime scene. I don't know if somebody just reached their point of ladyhood. I don't know what the hell just happened there, but there was blood. Okay, and that was that. So the fact that we're walking through a bunch of prostitutes and drug dealers and everything to get to this room, and I'm already worried that my hubcaps are going to disappear and half of the car's going to disappear. That part wasn't the problem. and the half of dirty towel and the other half, that wasn't the problem either. And the racial slurs all over the wall with the lovely carvings and pictures of penises and pictures of big swastikas and all this other stuff, and die you this and die you that and everything. That wasn't a problem either. But when we pulled back that sheet and my wife saw that blood, that was the problem. And then we go downstairs. This is our honeymoon. This is supposed to be the greatest moment of my life, okay? We go downstairs, we tell the guy, like, listen, we want to leave. We can't stay here. You got blood on the bed. It's half a towel on the floor. You got stuff carved into the walls and stuff like that. I don't feel like my child is safe here. And he's like, well, it's still going to cost you $50. It was $100 a night, but it's going to cost you $50 because I don't know what you guys did up there. I'm like, we were up there like 15 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what you got going on in this place, but I'm telling you right now, listen, I understand it's my honeymoon, but 15 minutes for me to with a child in my hand, I don't know what you think I was doing up there on my honeymoon, okay? But I don't even think I could have got my clothing off in the 15 minutes that you think I got. Whatever I did up there. He's like $50. And I'm arguing with this guy. He's like, I'm going to call the cops. We ended up paying the guy $40. He took $40. And I'm like, $40 for what? We went back to the damn campsite and had to go figure out another way. Listen, even then was a nightmare. And we're talking 30 years ago. Okay, 30 years ago, it was a nightmare. So I'm like, man, I must have that pass. I got that golden ticket. Okay, listen. Subscribe to this channel because you're going to come on the ride with me and you're going to come with me. We going to be a little in paradise because we all struggling and suffering and going through crap and it's going to be a good thing. And I don't know why I Google this stuff and try to figure it out. I don't know why I'm YouTubing this stuff and they're telling me these things and maybe it makes sense. I mean, it does make sense because I'll tell you, the more I struggle, the more I'm like, please, I just can't take it anymore. I'm tired. I'm getting older. Why is everything easy for everybody else and everything's a struggle for me? And it's like, and I'm not trying to be like, poor me. This is a fact. These are just facts. Listen, I remember going to visit my uncles and stuff like that when I was a kid. And they had these big, beautiful houses and these beautiful kids and they were all happy families. And I'll tell you right now, I remember Christmases. I remember birthday parties. My cousins had birthday parties. I remember going to all these things. And all my uncles were always sitting there smiling. I had one uncle that used to work like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. He was still like the nicest, sweetest, happiest guy in the whole damn world. He had plenty of money. His house was paid for. As a matter of fact, I think he moved from wherever. He ended up buying houses for all of his kids, and they all lived in a row all together like elves. You know what I mean? Like, God bless him. That's amazing. What? A couple of amazing things. Number one, you were able to sell your one house here and buy 3 over there, and then you were all your children were on board. They loved you that much. They followed you. I'll tell you right now, if I left a trail of M&Ms or Reese's Pieces behind me, like E.T. behind me, and I was walking, and I asked my children to come follow me, they would have followed me even if they were starving to death. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, woo. They be like, listen, there's gotta be something better down that road, okay? This guy over here, he's just dropping Reese's Pieces, okay? I'm guaranteed there's some like Lender's chocolates or something down that path over there, and there's some steak going over there down that path. I don't care how much I care about this guy, how much I care. I love this guy. I ain't following Mr. Reese's Pieces, man, because he's done steered us wrong all these years. So I watched some movies. Yeah, I had to share this. I thought it was funny. God, I'm sorry. I thought about it. I'm like, wow. See, what you're telling me here is my struggles and my crap, the crappy life that the constant worrying, the constant struggling, and the constant lousy people in my life are good signs. Okay, so listen, if you have lousy people in your life, if you've been abused, if you've been attacked, if you've been treated like garbage your entire life, you're on the right path. You're doing a great job. If you could not pay, if your electric got shut off last week, you're on the right path. Listen, you're doing good. Okay, listen, it might suck for you now. It's gonna be better later. It's gonna be better later. Remember that. So listen, it's gonna be better later. Okay, so just remember, it's gonna be better later. Okay, if you have never visited Disney World, if you've never been to the Magic Kingdom and seen the fireworks over the castle, okay, if you've only seen it on YouTube like me or on the beginning of a Disney movie, okay, when you were a kid. You're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Listen, if your father did not feed you because your eyes were bigger than your ass, okay, and you drove while he fired rappers at you that you're literally licking the mayonnaise, okay, from the fish fillet off the wrapper because you're like, I haven't eaten days, hungry. This guy sucks already, you know. That's the right path. You're on the right path. I should have been a pastor. I should start the Church of Melton Movie 1, and I should invite all you crazy people with me so I could preach to you about how wonderful your life really is. Okay, this is all good. Everything good. It's all good. Everything good. Listen, keep your focus. Keep your focus because in the end, we go into a better place. Okay, because we struggle. Okay, if you're not listen, if you're watching this channel right now and you got a drink on the side of you. Okay, you got your feet up on your recliner. Okay, you're watching a big, gigantic plasma TV. I'm sorry. I am sorry for you. Anyway, so I watched some movies, and I want to tell you about them because they sucked. Okay, a couple of them sucked. One was really good. Yeah, other one sucked. First of all, last night I wanted to reminisce about better days in my life, and I threw on The Lost Boys. Okay, nothing better than throwing on an old nostalgic movie that you love. Okay, when you're going out of your mind, and when you're hearing all this good bad news about how you're going right to the right place because you're struggling with all these idiots all your life, and you're struggling with money and finances all your life. Nothing better than putting on a movie that reminds you of a day when you weren't worried about things. And during the time of my life when The Lost Boys was released, there was a movie theater in my neighborhood, and I wasn't worried about money. Okay, I wasn't worried about. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, my father and mother took me to go see this movie. It was one of the very few times that my father and mother ever took me to go see a movie. They were not big movie takers. Okay, they did not take me to movies all the time. It was very few and far between. Okay, most of the time it would be like me going with my mother because the movie theater was like up the street, and then my father was either working or he was doing whatever the hell he was doing, which was probably better because when he would take us to the movie theater, there was a scratch ticket place right next to the movie theater, and by the time he was done going to that scratch ticket place, we couldn't go to the movies no more because he scratched all his money away. That's a whole nother story. That's in my, go look for the one that goes back to the first time I went to go see Annie. Okay, there's a video of me talking about when my father took me to go see Annie, and I never made it in. Okay, I want to see Annie so damn bad, I never made it. There's a whole video all about that, how my father had me stand out that looking at that marquee, staring at that little freckle-faced, redheaded little girl, big smile on my face, and then literally coming over to me and going, let's go home. And I'm like, what? We're going to see Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow. He's like, yeah, we're going to see the movie tomorrow. I ain't got no money anymore. I just got paid. I just used to scratch all my money away at the scratch ticket place. I thought I was going to win. I didn't win. Today's not your lucky day. I'm like, today's not my lucky day. Today's not your lucky day. I wasn't scratching the tickets. It was my lucky day because you took me to the movie theater and I was sitting on this bench looking at the little freckle face go, sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. Daddy took me to Annie. No, we're not going to Annie. Get in the car. Shut up. I don't want to say. And he's miserable. He's mad. He's angry. He just scratched his whole entire paycheck. He can't pay the bills. And then I knew it was coming next. The electric was going to get shut off. The gas was going to get shut off. The cable was going to get shut off. And then I was going to get that phone call from the Educational Loan Service because my father went to college and never paid that damn bill. And they would call every single day. And I pick up the phone and they're like, hello, this is the Educational Loan Service. May I please speak to and the man's literally sleeping on the couch. He's like, not here. I'm not here. I'm like, they must have thought that he packed up and moved away because he was never there. And all they wanted was $50. They wanted $50. Like, oh, well, he owes us 50. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Okay, I'm like 12, 10, or whatever. You want me to pay the $50? I can't get no $50 to pay for your Educational Loan Service. Whew. Yeah, so I put on the Lost Boys last night because I wanted to just go back to happier times. Hey, Lost Boys, great movie, huh? Hey, comment below. Who doesn't love the Vampire movie? Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, okay, classic. But then I was like, I'm gonna give these I've been ordering these Children of Corn movies. I'm gonna give these Children of Corn movies a whirl, okay? And I'm gonna break this down for you real simple because I loved telling you the story. I felt like I needed to tell you this. I felt like did I catch all the bases on this thing? Everything I just texted my wife and went through with my wife is pretty much what I wanted to tell you. I told my wife, so I'm making a video because she's like, can you, my mom's going to buy us some food. Can you make us a list of the food that we need? And I'm like, I'm thankful for whatever. Listen, you send me this thing all the time. What food do we need? All. Anything. I don't, listen, I'm happy when I open up the fridge and something is there. But she's like, oh, I just want some ideas. And I'm like, and this is the way I am. I'm like, okay, what can we make that we can eat for like days? Okay, so buy pasta. Okay, because if you buy pasta, we can eat for like 2-3 days on pasta before it starts to get that sour taste or sour smell. So we got 3 days good on the pasta. So buy some stuff to make pasta. What else? Hot dogs. They're cheap. Buy some stuff. Buy some stuff to make hot dogs. Hot dogs are cheap. She asks the same question. She's like, what should I buy? Buy the essential things that are going to last us for a week until we can get another paycheck or until we can get some kind of more money or whatever. I don't care. Whatever we get is a damn blessing, okay? Which is probably, this is why God keeps us poor. This is why God keeps us struggling. So I can be like, I'm thankful for that damn hot dog. I'm thankful for that bowl of spaghetti. I'm thankful for whatever. She's like, she goes, what about soda? You need soda? I'm like, we don't need anything, okay? Do I want soda? Yeah, I would love soda. Do I need soda? Hell no, I don't need no damn soda. I should probably drink more water. I got kidney stones and stuff like that. Okay, I should be drinking more water, but I hate water. I'm like, can we afford some Gatorade? She's like, oh, Gatorade's like even more than a bottle of soda. I'm like, well, see, even that. So the things that are not healthy for us are cheaper, and the things that are healthy for us are more money. So I guess that we destined for failure. You setting us up for failure, okay? This is the way life is here on planet Earth, okay? So, yeah, I watched all of these. Okay, so let me, I'm gonna briefly give you a little summary and break you on down. Children of Corn Genesis, what the hell? Okay, listen, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Children of Corn, the original one, okay, with Malachi and Isaac and everything like that, and the little boys, they go nuts because if you become a man or whatever, then they got to kill you, and they got to sacrifice you or whatever, but before that, you're allowed to be a Children of the Corn, and he who walks behind the rows is all happy with you and everything like that. That's a good movie, okay? Matter of fact, do I have, look, right here. I watched it the other day. It's just a slipcover for me because I watched it the other day. This is the Arrow release of Children of Corn. Okay, so if you are a fan of Stephen King and horror movies or whatever, just buy part one. don't even buy. Listen, I'm a completist and I'm not in the right state of mind. Don't buy the rest of the crap. Stream it, find it, look for it. I am deterring you from buying this crap because you don't need it in your collection. Okay, so let me start. So then we go. So this one right here. Buy. And listen, you can get a cheaper version. You can get like a $5 version. You don't need to have the Arrow special edition, 4,000 different special things there. Listen, if you're on a tight budget and you don't want to end up like me, trying to figure out where your next meal's coming from and scrounging for a piece of cheese at the back of the refrigerator, don't go buy the Arrow version of it. Go buy the $4 version of it from the bookstore on eBay or whatever, the local thrift store, whatever it is. It's going to cost you $4 and change plus free shipping probably. And you can watch Children of the Corn if you've never seen Children of the Corn. But the first one was great. And then I'm like, I got to get all the rest, so I'll buy all the rest because I'm a completist and I'm out of my damn mind. I watched this one, Children of Corn Genesis, and it was like, there was no He Who Walks Behind the Rows. There was hardly even any kids. Okay, it was literally this couple gets lured into this house, and it was like a poltergeist house. Okay, it was flying pictures and flying this and flying that. Meanwhile, I'm like, where are the little evil kids? Where are all these little evil Children of Corn kids that I enjoyed in part 1? They're not here in this Genesis thing. And I'm like, what a letdown. Okay, and then I put this thing in. And I made it. I'll be honest with you. I made it like a quarter of the way through, and I was like, "What the hell am I watching? Was this like a made for TV, low budget? This was called Children of Corn Runaway. I think it's called Runaway because I should have ran the hell away from making this purchase because it didn't make no damn sense. It was nothing from the original formula. None of these things are like they're not sequels. They don't like go into each other. They're just like standalones. It's like they make up these own little stories in each one. And then I put on this one, which is Children of Corn. This is the remake that was made for TV. It's like a TV miniseries, but I figured it's the uncut, uncensored version. I'm gonna watch this thing, and it's gonna be just as good, if not better, than this one because we got the original formula. Okay, let's do this in Kentucky Fried Chicken ways. We got original formula, and then we got Popeyes. Okay, so we're gonna try to step it up a notch Popeyes wise, and we're gonna make it better. No, it didn't work. Listen, instead of having a couple that was all in love and going through wherever they're going through, it starts with a Hattendale or Harrendale. It starts with an H, I believe, whatever. Hatfield, something like that. So wherever the hell Children of Corn was supposed to be, or those little Children of Corn people running around, they're not there no more. Okay, they're not. All these other movies are not set in those locations. Okay, so I figured I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna get a better version of it. No, so. Back in the day, I guess people loved each other, okay, and got attacked by Children of the Corn. And over here in the remake, people be hating each other. So we got a couple that are in love in a car in this one. We got a couple that hate each other in a car in this one. And they kind of go through the same crap that they go through in this one because it's a remake. Except this one stresses he who walks behind the rose, which is actually kind of interesting, and actually has a the guy that plays Isaac is creepy, and the guy that plays Malachi is creepy, and it's fun, and it's a horror movie where you put this one in, you got a little boy that's supposed to be the Isaac character, and he's a little boy, and he's like trying to be preachy and this, that, and the other thing and scare you, and I'm like, cute he is. A cute little guy, all talking about this and that and the other thing. He's all cute and everything. Listen, this is a winner. This is not what you want to go to if you want to watch Children of the Corn. So yeah, look. This is a movie channel. This is also a me channel. This is a you channel. This channel was created to build a community of people like-minded like myself. People that collect movies, music, toys, and are just trying to make it through this world. And if I can give you a little bit of hope, a little bit of information, a little bit of something to make you feel a little bit better, if you giggled a little bit, if you laughed a little bit, if you felt a little bit more positive when you were done with this. Listen, I've been having a lot of downer ones. I'll start these videos and then I'm like, oh, hey, how are you today? I'm doing well, and I'll go through all this stuff like that. And 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, my life, and this is terrible, and I can't deal with this. Oh, my God. This is the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. I've been noticing that lately. I'm like, no, I'm done. Listen, in order for me to get the subscribers and this channel to blow up the way it needs to blow up, I need to keep you guys happy. I need to keep you uplifted. I need to keep you guys pumped up, and the energy level has to be through the damn roof because I want to keep you here from beginning to end. And don't skip those damn commercials. That's how YouTube gives me my 13 cents. That's how I get my 13 cents of fame, okay? Because YouTube gives me $104 every 4 months. I got to work for 4 months to make $104. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what the deal is with the children that make Nikes. You know, remember back in the day we had all that controversy about, I think it was, I don't know if it was Nike or it was companies, and then it was what's her face too, the one that hangs around with Snoop Dogg there, starts with an M. I can't remember her name. I think we're having like children put together their clothes and drapery and this, that, and the other thing, and they were making like a nickel an hour or whatever. That's what YouTube be doing to me. They're nickeling me an hour. Okay, I literally get like a penny for every like months of views. So if you watch the commercials, it helps me out. There's also, listen, there's tip jars down the bottom. If you haven't noticed, look down on your phone. There's a little thing that has a dollar sign on it. Usually if it means a dollar sign, I know you guys might be afraid of that. If you want to send me something, send me something. I'll appreciate it. Listen, I'm at that point. Listen, don't make me rich though. Don't you make me rich, because if you do that, then you're going to mess me up. Okay, don't make me rich, but you can make me enough so I can go buy myself my own little package of Rip Cheese. It's like $5. You know, it's like $5 for a pack of Rip Cheese. I like my own pack of Rip Cheese. I don't want to be that scrounging on the bottom of the fridge for that one loose Rip Cheese that my wife got given to her by her mother, and she was like, my mom gave me 4 ripping cheeses and 2 are for me and 2 are for you. And then she forgot about it. And I'm like, ha ha ha. Found your ripping cheese. You listen, if you want to listen, on the bottom there's tip jars, in the descriptions there's Venmos, and I even put a QR code right there. There it is. I'm putting it right there right now. Here you go. Here it is. And all you have to do is pick up your phone and point it towards the TV and use your camera and take a screenshot thing, and it'll take you right to the website that goes right to my Venmo, and you can be like, I'm gonna send this poor bugger, okay, whose eyes are bigger than his ass, $5 to make him happy. He's gonna hear a cha-ching on his phone, and it's gonna be like, I'm the happiest boy in Puppet World. Like Pee Wee Herman, back in the day, like, oh, look at me. Maybe I'll do a happy Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday! Every time I hear a ching, I'll go, happy birthday. I don't know what you're looking for. I've been trying my best. 8 years. I've been doing this channel 8 years. 8 years. And we got these Mr. Beast guys making billions of dollars. And the funny thing, that's another thing that gets me. I understand. Listen, I go on and on and on. I apologize. But these people are making a ton of money. And these people that like hand out money to people. I'll tell you, some of that stuff's fake. I knew a guy that was a content creator. And he was going door to door handing like people $10,000. Meanwhile, I came to find out it was his friends, and it was just for content. It was clickbait. It was like he would never handed $10,000 to anybody. It was his money. He had $10,000, or he had a $100 bill on top of a bunch of pieces of paper, and he made it look like he was handing out $10,000, but he wasn't handing out $10,000. He was fooling everybody, and everybody be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna keep watching this channel because this guy's a good guy. He's a giver. He's a this and that." Me, on the other hand, wish that I could financially be in that state so I could really do it. And I know if I could, I'd videotape it. I'd have my wife carrying the camera. I'd go to like the local Dollar Tree, a local Price Right, or food market basket, or whatever food industry that I can go Stop and Shop. And I would love to be able to give people $1 or pay people, $50. Hey, go pay for your groceries. Here you go. See, maybe that's why I'm never gonna get that, because I would really do it. Okay, that would really be me. Okay, there's a guy on YouTube too that like he's like constantly giving money, and I sent him a message one day because I was like, you're giving away money, and you're giving away money for people that are struggling, that are in need. I'm gonna send you a little message, tell you a little bit about my story, and I'm gonna see how godly you are. I'm gonna see how real you are. Are you gonna reach out to me and be like, hey, listen, how can I help you out? Because I got plenty, and I'm giving it away to everybody else, and obviously you got this really sad story, so maybe I'll try to help you out. I never got a response. And that shows me that. No, they don't care. Okay, people don't care. Some people make these channels just for themselves. They make these channels just so they can make a buck. Me, I've been doing this for 8 years, and I'll tell you right now, I'm making $104 every 4 months. That's not $104 every month for 4 months. I'm not making 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 8, 12, 16. 4, 8, 12, 16. I'm not making $416. I'm making $104 every 4 months. For 7 days, twice a day, content for you guys to enjoy. Something's wrong with this picture. Something's not right. Okay, and I know what it is. I'm a good person. That's what it is. I figured it out. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Listen, if you guys are struggling with something mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm truly sorry. Listen, life throw you a ball of crap sometime, and you gotta make yourself a crap sandwich, and you gotta eat it. You gotta eat it because that's all you got. That's all you got. That's all you got. And I guess you gotta do it with a smile. You do it with a smile and make people happy, and that's what you do. And that's the gets you to the right place where you need to go. If you are rich and selfish and greedy and literally like taking from people or whatever, if you're like you own like a big company and you're giving like $10 Christmas bonuses, meanwhile you own like several homes and 50 cars and motorcycles and whatever, you're living like a queen or a king or whatever, and your staff is busting their butt, and they got like 3 or 4 kids, and they're struggling, and come Christmas time they're waiting for that Christmas bonus, and you give them like a nickel or a dime. You know what I mean? It's like, Thank you, Scrooge. Okay, God blesses everyone. In the end, you're gonna pay. Okay, all you mean, narcissistic, rotten people are going to pay in the end. Listen, we are not promised a certain amount of time on this earth, and I don't know. Listen, you guys, believers or non-believers, where we go after this, I'm hoping that it's exactly what I'm being told all these years that it's gonna be. It's gonna be paradise, whatever. But you know, the sad thing is that I'd be very happy with living in a cabin with electricity, with some movies in like New Hampshire. You know, because I like the cold. That's only I wouldn't want to go to Alaska. That's too cold. But I've been to New Hampshire before, and it was just the right temperature. And my dream in life, like when anybody ever asks me what if you could have anything in this world, what would it be? And this is, you might think this is absolutely crazy. A lot of people, they wish for crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But me, I'm such a humble, like whatever guy. My dream would be like to just live in a cool little house in New Hampshire. You know what I mean? With like minimal neighbors, because I'm sick of people, and the occasional fawn or deer galloping across the yard, you know what I mean? And watching my whatever Christmas Story or The Grinch on a snowy day. You know, to me, that's appreciation. I'm an appreciating person. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the contributions or donations or whatever it is that you guys do for this channel. I appreciate everything that happens here. I don't understand why I can't just catch a little break before the end comes. I don't want to just listen. I love my. I'm one. You know, there's a lot of people that hate their wives, hate their husbands, but they deal with them. I'm not that guy. I actually love my wife. I love my kids. I want to spend time with them, and I want to have quality time with them before I die. I just can't financially do it. And it ain't just because I'm buying all of this stuff. It's not just because of that, okay? We're paying a lot for a lot of things. Where we live and everything. Mortgages are expensive. Taxes are expensive. Listen, we're paying on taxes because of a place my wife used to work at that was double taxing her, and then they were a shady corporation, and we've been paying that forever. Every month I have to pay a certain amount of money to the IRS because she worked for these shady company that literally wasn't taking the taxes out the way they were supposed to take the taxes out. And we've been paying it forever. It's ridiculous. It's been crazy. I can't catch a break. That didn't even have anything to do with me. All my wife did is go to work every day. She didn't know what was going on. This is not like we did something wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. She didn't know what was going on. She'd come home with her paycheck and we paid the bills like we normally did. I never looked at what they were taking out for taxes. She never looked at what they were taking out for taxes. But they should have been taxing for 2 different states because she worked in an opposite state, and they were only taking out for 1 state. So now we got to pay back all of that. That's been going on for years. Okay, it's like we can't catch a damn break. but you know what? In the end, it's going to be good. In the end, it's going to be good. And listen, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please comment below, because according to Mr. Algorithm, according to Mr. There's also a thing on your YouTube. I want to let you know that I guess you can like hit a button and like endorse this channel. Like it's free, and I forgot what they call it, but it's like is it amp it or push it or what is it? It's like you're giving it like more people should be watching this, you know, and all you have to do is hit one button. It doesn't cost you nothing. And I think that's part of the algorithm thing, which actually helps YouTube to decide whether or not this was a good episode and other people should be watching it. On top of that, I asked ChatGPT, I asked YouTube, and I went through this whole damn thing. What will make me a better content creator? What will give me more viewers? What will make more money for me? They're like comments. Comments make more money. The more interaction you have, the better comments you get. The more viewers you have, them watching through the whole thing without clicking through, it helps you with your money. And getting these pushes here and there, donations and this, that, and the other thing, help you to get more money. Yeah, was it helpful? Was it not helpful? I don't know. But I'm giving you information that there's all kinds of crap down the bottom that you could do to help that don't have to cost you anything. And if you just watch the channel from beginning to end and you didn't skip through, I appreciate you just for that. You know what I mean? It's once again, you know, I ain't the only one on this planet that's going through stuff. We all be going through some things. Okay, whatever it might be, whatever it might be. You might have just had a death in the family. You might have just had, you know, a problem with your kids. Your kids might be going through some kind of issues or something. My kids are going through issues. I've had deaths in the family. You know, it's a rough gig. Sometimes it can be a rough gig. I'm gonna leave you on a positive note, though. With that said, I will see you later. You should have saved me some.